Okay, what was growing up like for me? I grew up in an environment where, as a creative person, where people didn't think, or even my parents or people around me didn't think pursuing the creative arts was a viable profession. So they would just always say, "Why are you always drawing? Why are you always painting? Why don't you just focus on your studies? You should be a doctor." So I always had that thing where people thought I was talented, but at the same time, they didn't think it was going to go any further than just talent. Yeah. I grew up in a large family. I have a lot of siblings, half siblings, and my main siblings. So we're a bunch of kids in the house. I learned a lot from like different people. I even learned to speak Tree from cousins and stuff from other places. We're very playful. We had supportive parents. I grew up, like I said, I grew up in Accra. I went to Alcid Academy, and then I went to Presec Boys School in Accra. I studied visual arts, and then after studying visual arts in Presec, I went to Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, where I studied communication design, and then majored in graphic design. So coming out of school, I thought I was just going to be a graphic designer, but from there it led up to this point. Yeah. So when I got out of school, I was trained as a graphic designer, so I assumed I was just going to be a graphic designer. So I started working in an ad agency called 4AM Sachi. 4AM Sachi had just come into the country to support telecom company Tigo. Tigo at that time was number two, strong number two, yeah, in the telecom space. So I did that for a year, and I got intrigued with the client side because I was working on the agency side. And then I moved from there to Vodafone. So I worked in Vodafone for 3 years. I would say those 3 years were the core part of my career. They basically shaped me, helped me understand working in teams and working on big projects. I also say that a lot of marketing people might, even if they worked for 10 years, might not have the experience that I had, because I got into a company at a time where they were new in the market, they had the budget, and they wanted to do big things. So I did a lot of cool things in that short while. Worked at Vodafone for 3 years, moved into e-commerce, worked at Tonaton.com for another year. I had short stints in Fido and Ringier, for just a short while. And then I moved into setting up my own agency called Meister, where I was helping people with brands, with marketing, go-to-market, brand positioning, and or anything in the marketing space. So at the time that I was in Meister, I went to do 1 year of my master's in brand leadership, and then I came back. Yeah, and at some point I worked at Twitter. So when Twitter came into Ghana, Twitter Africa, they hired me as the senior partner manager, and I was also leading the Africa office. And then after that, I veered into the creator economy to build a business that supports creators. But also a very instrumental part of my life is the music part. So all through the latter part of Vodafone, I started working in music. I was helping my friend Tosin, Mr. Easy, and we were in the era of Bankula, Skin Tights. I set up a music label called Meister Music, where I used that to champion and amplify his sound. And then I still dabble in music every now and then, especially with the kind of work I do in the creative space. So I'll say I'm an all-around creative, working audio, video, and possibly move into fine arts soon. Yeah. If I were to go back in time, what I would change about my educational background was just to, I don't think it's too late, but I think I would have done some more vocational stuff in addition to what I do. Some more handy stuff, like building stuff. And yeah, I think that's what's missing, because I'm an idea person, and because of the level of execution I want to execute, I wish I could get drilling, I could get cutting, I could get chopping, I could do more handy vocational stuff. And yeah, I think that's something that's missing in my education. I wish I could add that to my skill sets. Two moments I can never forget. The first one that comes to mind is when I had my first daughter. It was surreal. It was unbelievable. Like I was going home that day saying, thinking, or even like with the thought of that I have a whole human being in my likeness that is in the world. Someone that's is going to look up to me, and for as long as I live on this earth, that person is my responsibility. It's something that I could never shake off. It's one of the best moments in my life. So the second one was during the pandemic, when I lost my dad to COVID. That was it was very sad and unforgettable, because the pandemic didn't allow me to grieve him, because we're in a period where they had to bury people fast and without any ceremony. So like he dies today, and in 48 hours they're trying to bury him. So even though we had it all done, I still don't think I really grieved the moment, and I just had to move on with life. So that was another one.